Hello and welcome. It's complete carnage. We are taking a look at the long anticipated Dreadnought Road Pig and his buddy Rockus. Let's go ahead and jump into it. There's been some controversy. G.I. Joe Classified always seems to have some controversy. Some folks who just don't like what Hasbro's given us, and I kind of wonder why they keep coming back and collecting something they don't seem to like very much. I will make this observation about a lot of classified head sculpts. I think they're so well done that a very slight change of the camera angle can really bring out different expressions, and I think that's the case with this one. I think it's all about the photographer. And I have to also point out that a lot of these people that are complaining about these head sculpts are not photographers, and these things are just going to sit on a shelf. It's those of us who are doing something with these figures who do breathe life into them, in my opinion. I'm sure some folks will disagree, but I really feel like this head sculpt is quite well done. It's not completely reminiscent of the original, and I'm really glad that it's not. Well, let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that I like, because there's quite a bit. I have to say, first off, the gummy accessories are gone. These accessories feel really solid. I mean, they'll bend. They'll bend if you want them to bend, but I would say that they're not gummy. They're not squishy, as some of them have been in the past. When the designers and the line deserves criticism, I'll give it to them. But I love the fact that we have a much larger body than anything we've seen in the past, maybe with the exception of Serpentor, and of course with the Nemesis Immortal coming soon. He's also got quite a impressive buck size. I really like that he's got the football gear, and they've taken some really great liberties, like adding the skull on his shoulder. We have a lot of tattoos, some that we've seen before. I believe the original figure did have that Anarchy tattoo. He's also got a couple relating to pork, and I do have some close-ups of those that I'll be sharing in the photo segment of this review. He's got a forearm tattoo over here. He's got a chain around his bicep. He's got a big tattoo on his belly. I believe it says Dreadnoughts. It's using a really unusual font, but I feel like most tattoos that I see, I can't read. I don't understand what they're trying to communicate most of the time. It's just a tattoo. He's got a pair of blue jeans on. He's got some great armor there. Codpiece, maybe a little tribute to Dr. Mindbender. Look at those knee pads. I mean, those things look like they probably weigh 50 pounds. He does have a crossbow on his forearm there, and he's got the quivers on his thigh. He's got quite a loadout. He has the classic hammer, which was basically a cinder block, and then, as I've already shown, he's got this newer hammer with a pig's head on it. Very cool, very appropriate for Road Pig. It looks like a hammer that a guy called Road Pig would have. He's got the shield. We've seen this shield before. It's Shockwave's shield. I have to say that I have not used it. It doesn't really fit on his bulky arm. It's a bit of a problem to get it to stay on him. So I'll probably end up giving that to one of the other Dreadnoughts. There's certainly no reason why we can't do that. So we do have a couple of additional head sculpts. We have like a yelling face, attack face, mouth is open. He's got a gold tooth in there. We've also got this head sculpt, which is, what is it? It's a Road Pig, and that thing is gnarly. I mean, it is gnarly, and I love it. I feel like I'm just scratching the surface with utilizing that head sculpt. Interesting to note, he does not have a firearm. He's got the crossbow, and that's about as close as he gets to a firearm, but I don't know that Road Pig necessarily needs a firearm. He's a muscle guy. He's an ass kicker. Combat is his thing. Everybody has a gun. This guy can smash your head. He's got this hook, kind of reminiscent of the hook that we saw with Crocmaster. It's actually got paint apps on it. Looks really good. I haven't really used this one much yet either. And then there is a mask. And for those people that think he looks too soft, you still think he looks too soft, just pop that mask on him. He's not that soft when you put that mask on him. And then we also have 2 fists. Please, Hasbro, keep giving us these alternate hands, these alternate heads. That's what we like. He's definitely a deluxe figure. One of the reasons he's a deluxe figure is because of this guy. This is Rockus. Also has an extra head sculpt. This is sort of the growling, definitely, not sort of, it's definitely the growling face. And then he's got a sweet puppy dog face. Rockus has plenty of articulation. I feel like I'm just scratching the surface with him as well. I can't even count how many animals we're up to in the classified menagerie, but man, it is really growing like crazy. And I love it. I'm here for it all day long. Obviously, being an entirely new buck, it might be beneficial to discuss his articulation. I'm not the guy to tell you he can look up, he can look down, he can look to the side, but I do have to say that after some weird releases and some that were just the figures themselves were a little bit gummy, they have completely distanced themselves from those design flaws, and he really feels solid. This is a solid figure. It doesn't feel like it's hollow or anything like that. It is a solid, big hunk of high quality plastic. I'm excited to share some photos with you. I really think this guy is a winner. I feel like if this head sculpt doesn't do it for you, I feel like it's the best they can do, and maybe you would just be happier collecting a different line if this doesn't float your boat, because I really feel like it's some of the best work that they've ever done. All right, anxious to hear what you think. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing. We'll see you next time.